Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm talking about a person who had asked a question about education and is it something that they want to go into. So I can't really answer the question officially because that's really up to the person to really decide whether or not they want to go through schooling. It's always going to be your benefit to have more knowledge, but will it necessarily help you get a better job in the federal government if you're already in there? That's not necessarily true. So I hold a bachelor's degree. I'm a GS-12, and I'm also looking for positions to take me to a higher grade. So I don't have any intention to go back to school. I am a scientist, and I'm going to go through what you can do with just your bachelor's degree. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you should, like not go to school or whatever. If that's something you desire, you should always go ahead with it. And also, if you are going back to school, depends on what agency you are with. Some agencies, they have a kind of like a skill building type, I don't know what you would call it, like system whereby you could actually go to school for free, or they will cover a portion of your tuition, so that way you can actually get some kind of money or some kind of credit to help you pay for your education. So with that being said, though, is it really necessary or not? So let's see. So this is my field, biology. Well, not necessarily biology, but I'm just going to go through with this one. So I'm not necessarily in the environmental science. I'm just showing you this because this is a good example. So this is a direct hire. So meaning that they will be able to skip a lot of the so-called HR system. So it starts out as a 9 and it goes 9 through 12. So as a bachelor's degree holder, depends on what kind of bachelor's degree you hold. You could be capable of coming in with this particular position, and this is a very odd one because normally, like I said, with a 9 you usually need a master's degree, but in this case you can actually come in with a bachelor's degree, and I'm going to show you that. So under the requirements, the qualifications, basically it says right here, you can come in with a bachelor's degree. Of course, you're going to need some background in this field, so be aware of that. If you don't have the background in this field, you probably are going to be at a very big disadvantage. But let's say you wanted to go ahead and go to a GS-12. So this job right here, it actually takes you to a GS-12 with just a bachelor's degree. Now, not all jobs are going to do this for you. It depends on what kind of degree you have. So I can't really answer where that will take you. Because if, let's say, you have just like a history degree and the job that you're sitting in is just a, I don't know, whatever it may be, like a clerk or some kind of position that's not necessarily looking at your educational background, you're just in the job. When you try to switch, there's a chance that your education may not meet any of the requirements, and it may not actually get you the job that you're looking for. So when you're applying for a job, though, the government only looks at your credits, not necessarily what you graduated in. They do look at it sometimes because they do, for like science, they will say stuff like, do you have a, like a degree in biological sciences? So there is a major that is specific for biology, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a biology degree. You could have, I don't know, maybe like a microbiology degree or some kind of biochemical degree or something of that sort. And you could still qualify for this, being that you have the 30 semester credit hours in applied biological science. So, and then they further break it down so that you have to have at least 9 credit hours of ecology and 12 credit hours in physical and mathematical science. I don't know, what does that mean? I guess physics. Anyways, so as long as you meet these requirements, you would actually qualify for the ecologist. And then they have a different area of the same job, which would be under the Forrester series, which again, it changes again slightly. And then the requirements also change slightly again. So, and then there's a fish biologist. So this is, I believe, interdisciplinary. So it has a lot of possible ways that you can enter this job. So when you're looking for this job or any other job that you're looking for, when they have these kind of things whereby you're asked to show that you have a certain amount of credit hours in a particular study, then, and you don't have those credit hours, then maybe you should go back to school and try to obtain the credit hours to just qualify. I have a coworker who had done something like that. I myself wanted to be a chemist. I qualified for it at first, but because the system had changed, and then they strictly said that you have to have 30 credits of chemistry, whereby I did not qualify for that anymore, because in the past it seems like you could actually qualify for chemistry even though you didn't have 30 credit hours. You could actually supplement it with calculus and statistics and whatnot to make your 30 credit hours. With that being said, though, like I said, if you're looking at a job and you can actually get into a position like this, whereby it says like 9 to 12, or you may find something that goes 5 to 12, or 5 to 13 for even some places. So if you get into a job like that, unless you're thinking about going to a higher rank of a 14 or 15, and you know the job that you like. For example, if let's say you are coming in as this interdisciplinary biologist, and let's say you really like the biology part of it, and if you wanted to become like a 14, for example, the requirements may get a little bit stricter, so you may need that educational background. Otherwise, if you're very happy with the job, and you can ladder all the way up to 13 or 12 or whatever it is that you need to get to, do you really need that education anymore? I'm not too sure. In this case, I would say no. But like I said, it's not up for me to decide for you. It's up for you to decide if you really want to go ahead with doing the education. Because I know going back to school is not really meant for everybody. But if you feel that it's something that you want to do, then by all means, you go ahead and do it. So that's all I have for you guys. Like, share, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, leave the comment. I will make a video for you. This channel is made for you guys to get out there, get a job that you want, be happy with it. Not necessarily just jumping in federal service equals happiness, though. I myself am in the job market. I'm looking for jobs. I've done interviews too for myself, and I've also conducted interviews for others for my laboratory. So, I mean, like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below and I can help you out. Thanks.